Chapter 13:30, So It Cannot Be Solved. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Wisdom Sweat Formation. Qishang set up this goo formation again, doing his utmost to deduce the formation. But this time, he met with an unforeseen challenge. Difficult, it was really difficult. Even the first two rounds added together and multiplied by 10 could not match this. Qishang felt like he was a baby trying to ascend a tall mountain. This difficulty, no wonder Wu Yihai is so confident. It is related to the contents of the first two goo formations. No, I must use this chance to humiliate Wu Yihai. I will make him admit that he is inferior to me in front of Fairy Liu. After a day and a night, Qishang's eyes were filled with blood vessels. He was doing his best to try and tackle this problem. At the same time, Fang Yuan was thinking, this difficulty, it has likely surpassed the limits of Grandmaster attainment level. Not long ago, Fang Yuan received Qishang's help. He was able to modify the goo formation of the coiling thread caves. He took a huge step forward. There was an immense breakthrough. However, right before succeeding, Fang Yuan was met with an unprecedented obstacle. If the first problem was a pit, the second was a mound, and this final obstacle was a mountain. Only by climbing to the top and removing the obstacle could he complete the modification of this goo formation. This obstacle greatly surpassed Fang Yuan's expectations. My initial estimation was that if the goo formation could be deduced, the regretful spider production would be doubled 3 times. That was not the same as 3 times as much. It would increase by 7 times, becoming 8 times the production of the initial size. This growth was terrifying. When the goo formation was created, he would have 7 extra coiling thread caves out of nowhere. Fang Yuan's plan was wonderful, but the realization of it was met with great difficulty. The first 2 steps he managed to complete, but now he had no clue. He was just a step from success. How could Fang Yuan give up now? Thus he placed his attention on Qishang. Many days later, the wisdom sweat formation stopped. Qishang's expression was pale. His gaze was drifting. There was no light in his eyes. Damn it! His hair was messy, like growing weed. His expression was of frustration. He gritted his teeth. Even though he gave it his all, he did not succeed. This way, he could not beat Fang Yuan. And worse, Chao Liu knew of this third challenge. Qishang had already bragged that he would resolve this problem. If he failed, forget about Wu Yihai. But how would he face Chao Liu from now on? Qishang felt an unforeseen pressure weighing on him. He quickly ate and rested before going back to his deductions again. Qi Clan. It was to the west of southern border, or rather, it was towards the west of all the super forces currently in southern border. Yang Clan was the neighbor of Qi Clan. This clan was a neighbor of Wu Clan and was finding trouble with Wu Clan recently. Conflict arose due to a wild immortal goo. Qi Clan, Yang Clan, Wu Clan. Following the basic rule of making friends with those far away and making enemies with those close by, Qi Clan and Wu Clan had always had a good relationship. The newest information was sent to Qi Clan's first Supreme Elder, Chi Kuyu. Chi Kuyu. You took a look and frowned. This intel was talking about none other than the challenge from Fang Yuan to Qishang in the Super Goo formation. Inside the Super Goo formation, Qi Clan's leader, Chi Kuyu, was afraid that conflict between Fang Yuan and Qishang would escalate. He had wisely reported this incident to Chi Kuyu. This way, even if the situation worsens, Chi Kuyu's responsibility would be lowered after all, he had informed them. Chi Kuyu would divert a portion of his attention to this conflict while he was dealing with complex political matters. After all, both sides had extraordinary statuses. If this was handled improperly, it would escalate further. Qishang is troubled. This goo formation problem is beyond the abilities of a grandmaster. The information had recorded Fang Yuan's third formation path issue. Chi Kuyu, you was a great grandmaster. He only needed a look to spot the difficulty of this problem. Together with the first 2 problems, Wu Yihai is trying to create a goo formation to farm resources. But this person who made the goo formation is too greedy. They have insufficient attainment level and cannot notice it. If I do not say anything to him, with Qishang's obsessive nature, he would continue to research it. If he gets injured from this, he might even die. Is this Wu Clan's scheme? They can see Qishang's potential, so they are trying to eliminate our future hope? With Wu Clan's current situation, it is unlikely. But I cannot be careless. Chi Kuyu. You thought of this. A sharp light shined in his eyes. He muttered, "It seems I have to do something." A moment later, Chi Kuyu visited Qishang, bringing with him an information path immortal goo from Chi Kuyu. This is First Supreme Elder's instruction. I have to pass this immortal goo to you, Chi Kuyu said. Qishang blankly received the immortal goo. After looking into it, he saw the details and his expression changed. He cried out in surprise. This is the immortal inheritance left by secluded cultivator Tu Yuan. His earth, water, wind, fire, 4 elements formation is unique to him alone. But it had little reputation because he kept a low profile. Few people knew of it. First Supreme Elder actually gave this immortal inheritance to me. I asked for it so many times, but I did not succeed in the past. Qishang was so excited, he looked into the immortal true inheritance without caring about the outside world. When he snapped back to awareness, a long time had passed. It was nighttime already. Time passed really quickly. When did Supreme Elder Chi Gai leave? Forget it. Qishang's eyes shined brightly, unable to be looked at directly. Chi Clan First Supreme Elder's true inheritance came at a timely moment. It was what Qishang needed most right now. Qishang was filled with admiration and gratitude towards Chi Kuyu. So First Supreme Elder has been taking notice of me all along. He saw that I was in trouble, so he helped me. Is this cheating? Probably not. First Supreme Elder did not help me directly. He only gave me a true inheritance. The inspiration to solve the problem was thought of by me. That's it. I have wasted enough time. I need to quickly resolve this problem and show Wu Yi Hai what I'm capable of. Qishang was excited and driven. He used the wisdom sweat formation again. 2 days passed, the goo formation stopped working as Qishang walked out angrily. So this goo formation problem cannot be solved. Wu Yi Hai, you dare to scam me. Too devious, too scheming. Thankfully, with First Supreme Elder's guidance, I exposed this truth. Thinking of this, Qishang gritted his teeth. He had suffered a lot these last days. He barely slept at all. He was invested in the problem. But then he realized this was unsolvable. Qishang felt that Wu Yi Hai had toyed with him. He was very angry. But soon he laughed. That's right. This problem cannot be solved. As long as I expose this fact, I win. In fact, I can tell Fairy Silu about this and embarrass this devious Wu Yi Hai. Qishang immediately acted upon it, sending out 2 information path mortal goo. Fang Yin received 2 information path mortal goo immediately. The first one was from Chao Silu. It was not unexpected that Chao Silu sent a letter. After looking at it, he was a bit puzzled. But then he thought of something and looked at Qishang's letter. Fang Yuan realized at once. This Qishang has improved. He actually went to complain about me, telling Chao Silu about the result of this challenge before sending me this letter. This way he can prevent me from retaliating. He really has improved. Fang Yuan's smile faded. The result was unexpected. His goo formation had no solution. This was a common situation. Before a deduction succeeds, any new goo recipe, killer move, goo formation, they could be unsolvable. They could be impossible to complete. They were merely illusions. There was no possible way of success. Some problems were easy to tell, but others were not so obvious. Especially formation path. It used too many goo worms and paths. It was too complex. Some ideas could not be exposed as unsolvable until the very end. Multiplying my production 8 times, this idea is hoping for too much. It is not possible. Since it is unsolvable, I can only abandon it and find a new modification. But forget about it now. Since I lost the challenge, I should invite Qishang over. This person is quite interesting. Qishang did not even think about it. He agreed to go over for the banquet. His attitude was different from before. Initially, he thought that Fang Yuan was too arrogant. He refused to go, but now he was the winner. He felt that this was an apology banquet. He had to go with the attitude of a winner to savor the feelings of the loser. Thus, when he saw Fang Yuan, his first words were, "Wu Yi Hai, will you relent now?" Fang Yuan rubbed his nose, smiling. Of course you are a genius. Why would I not relent?" Qi Shang was shocked. He did not expect Fang Yuan to act like this. He admitted his defeat. He did not know what to do now. Before this, he had thought of many possible outcomes and how to deal with Fang Yuan's excuses. But now Fang Yuan admitted his defeat. He relented. Qi Shang felt like he had nothing to say now.